Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's William. Today I'm actually going to react to a video about taking a tour through an Albert Heijn's supermarket in the Netherlands in Amsterdam. I am curious to see what the differences between the supermarkets in the Netherlands are compared to what they are here in Australia. I'm sure that there's a lot of different food items and probably a lot of similarities, but I'm curious to see some of the unique things that might be on offer in the Netherlands supermarket. So I'm going to start the video now, and we'll see what happens with this tour. So this is Dutch Supermarket Tour in Amsterdam, Albert Heijn's. If you like this video, please do support the original content provider and follow their channel as well. All right, let's get started.
Hello and welcome in an incredibly sunny Amsterdam. It's usually not this weather, but when it is, it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Right now, I have Dam Square in the back, and over here, Dutch supermarket.
Albert Heijn supermarket. So already, obviously, the Netherlands got Dutch, so Heerlijk, welcome on the front. So welcome to the supermarket. So that's interesting. It looks to me like an office building. Our supermarkets are very, very purpose built here in Australia. Look more like, I suppose, independent buildings, but that does look like an office building. So that's very different already.
Market, Albert Heijn. I'm going to give you a Dutch food tour because I honestly believe the best souvenir you can take back with you is food. This heerlijk welkom means deliciously welcome. In Dutch it makes more sense than in English, I guess. Let's go inside. So this is where we come in. If you're going to buy a lot of stuff, take one of these genius baskets. You don't have to carry them, you can just roll them over the ground. Wait, let me show you. This is like...
We have similar supermarket trolleys here, but ours are more...
am I stuck?
Ours are more carry ones.
Look at this, you can just grab one of these. I think
that's
this
cool.
is really an invention of Albert Heijn. It's so cool, right? So,
excellent.
Grab one of these, and then I'm going to show you what you should buy as a souvenir, or if you want to try Dutch food when you're here in the Netherlands. I just told the manager, like, we have so many cheese stores and souvenir shops in the center, but actually I think you should just go to the Albert Heijn because they have everything of the same quality and at a reasonable price. And Albert Heijn is also like a Dutch institution. It's a very old supermarket name in the Netherlands, so you should definitely experience that.
Now, I've heard of Albert Heijn's, and I've heard of some of the imported supermarkets like Aldi and Lidl. But if there's other supermarkets that are also synonymous in the Netherlands, look, please leave a comment below and tell me what they might be. I might have a look at some of those as well. But it sounds like Albert Heijn's is one of the most popular ones.
Now, let's start off with... Well, these are all the fresh foods. No, I'm going to show you like a pre-made meal, super typical Dutch meal that you should try. Right at the beginning are the pre-made meals, and you should try stampot boerenkool, especially if you're here in winter. This is such a Dutch meal. It's actually mashed potatoes with kale, and you always eat it with a sausage on top. You can already see it. Also, right next to it, you can also try hutspot, which is also mashed potatoes with carrots and onions. Especially if you have a kitchen, if you're staying in an Airbnb, grab a...
Oh, an Indonesian chicken. That sounds good too. And yeah, that looks really good with apple puree over in the other one.
One of these and try a typical Dutch dinner. Poffertjes! Yeah,
yum.
You can get like the ultra large size or ones. Just like smaller sizes. Just recently I've had some friends from Hong Kong come over, and they took this with them back to Hong Kong as souvenirs. Like, you can just heat them up in a microwave or in the oven. They are so good. In case you don't know, poffertjes are typical traditional Dutch mini pancakes. They are so delicious with a little bit of icing sugar and a little bit of butter.
Tell me if you think the frozen ones are as good as the fresh ones at the supermarket that you get in the markets, because normally fresh is so much better. But if they're as good, you get them frozen, take them home. I'd like to be interested in knowing that as well.
I'm going to take you is the bread section, because Next
bread.
to cheese, us Dutchies, we love bread. Seriously,
Raw.
we're so crazy about it. Over here, we already have a Dutch product you should try. It's rye bread, but it's from the Dutch province
Yes.
Friesland.
If you go back to my previous video, link up here, I actually found some pumpernickel bread in a local supermarket in Australia, and I've been enjoying that the last few days as well, eating my pumpernickel, especially with some nice salmon on top. It's been really quite tasty, and obviously with my heritage coming from Friesland, it was definitely something I was willing to try. But yeah, I didn't know that pumpernickel was traditionally from Friesland, but that's really good.
So it's Fries roggebrood. So it's Fries rye bread. It's really, really good with cheese on top. And we have all kinds of rolls, but the thing I want you to check out is, let me see, where are they? Here, krentenbollen. So in the Netherlands, we eat these with a little bit of butter and cheese. I know it sounds crazy because
fruit
it's
buns?
rolls with raisins in it,
Yeah.
but trust me, it tastes really good. And the combination with cheese is super traditional Dutch. Moving on to more bread, because I want to show you this. And this is also from the province of Friesland. Friesland is in the north of the Netherlands. And I'm going to take you there soon.
Looks like apple
but
bread.
You should so try this. This is so good. It's called sugar bread. Well,
Oh,
actually,
sugar bread.
this is Fries. Fries, they have a dialect and I cannot pronounce it anyway. But it's bread with sugar and cinnamon, and oh my gosh, this tastes
Cinnamon.
so good. You should try it. Just slice it and try it with a little bit of butter. From the bread section,
toast
we
it
are
as
going
well.
to move on to the best section of them all, the cheese section. Seriously, if you're going to buy cheese in the Netherlands, just buy it at the Albert Heijn. The quality is amazing. They have all these different varieties. They have Gouda, of course, which the Americans, I guess, love. But if I can recommend you one thing that I really, really learned to eat when I came to the Netherlands, it's komijnenkaas. It's cumin cheese. It's so
Cumin
good. Let me
cheese.
see if I
That
can
sounds
find it for
interesting.
you. Over here. It's cheese with cumin seeds. So delicious. Also, don't forget to try the rokaas, which is smoked cheese. Very, very delicious
We have
as well.
we have
and of
smoked
course,
cheese
if
in
you're
Australia.
Amsterdam,
We
you
don't
have
have
to try Old Amsterdam. Cheese paradise.
we don't have the cumin cheese in Australia, so that's something that'd be interesting to try. But I did just buy a block of hura the other day, so I'm enjoying eating that as well.
Look at this. Yes, man, we really, really love our cheese. More cheese over there.
Oh,
This
that's
is
a
like
lot of cheese. We have such a
the
small
fresh
section of
when
cheese
where they slice
in
it
our
right in front of you.
supermarkets. This is a lot of cheese.
So good. Now, let me show you this. Over here is like a little bit of baked goods or a little bit of
All the
pastries.
sweet bakes.
And something you should also try are bossenbollen. So it's like a
Bossenbollen.
big puff pastry filled with cream and like coated with chocolate. Bossenbollen is from Den Bosch, which is in the south of the Netherlands. Very, very typical for that city. And
Yum.
then we have tompoesen.
Tompoesen.
This
I've
is
heard
so
of that.
good.
I haven't tried
when
that.
I first tried it, when I came to
It's
the
a
Netherlands,
bit like
I was
probably
blown away.
closest that we'd probably have is a vanilla slice, I suppose. If it's a vanilla custard in the middle of flaky pastry and then a icing on top, that's what we would call a vanilla slice. But if it's not that, I'd be interested to know a little bit more description about what that actually is, because it looks just like a vanilla slice, which I absolutely love.
So there are some custard cream in here,
It is
and
custard,
then there's puff
okay.
pastry, and there's this pink icing. It's so good, very
Sounds
hard
like
to
it.
eat, but very,
It
very
sounds just like a
delicious.
vanilla slice.
And then we have also from a southern province, we have the fly. Actually,
Flies.
if you want to try the best fly, you should be in that province, but it's quite a drive from Amsterdam. So if you still want to try it and don't drive that far, you should just try it here. So rijstefly, also so good. It's like a pie. It's filled with
Apple
usually
fly,
with some cream,
apple
and
lemon
then maybe
fly,
there's
and
fruit
the
on
rice
top, or
fly.
they have so many different varieties. So this is like a apple lemon fly. This is like a rice fly with rice pudding. Then we have like a pudding fly,
Pudding fly.
and then we have
Apple
apple
fly.
crumble
Apple
fly.
crumble.
So delicious. try it. We're going to move on to the best sections, the sweets. Oh wait, more
getting hungry.
cheese. So this is why I said instead of buying souvenirs in the center, just go to Albert Heijn. They have all these cute packagings with traditional Dutch cookies and sweets and chocolates. Droste is also a very old Dutch chocolate brand. They make these chocolate buttons which
Never
are
had those.
delicious.
They
And
look
then
nice.
of course we have the stroopwafels.
Stroopwafels,
Or the caramel waffles. These are
Yep.
the mini versions, but they also have the big ones, I guess. Yes, they have them over here. And look, if you want touristy cute packagings, you can just find it at Albert Heijn.
I was able to
What
get
else
some
do we
stroop
have?
waffles the other day, so that's really
Ooh,
good.
bigger packagings of stroopwafels. And then we have more stroopwafels. Little cute Delft Blauw chocolates. So Delft Blauw is
Delft.
like the traditional
We don't get
Dutch
the Delft chocolates in
decorations.
Australia,
So cute.
um,
And here
which is
you can find
a
like a
shame.
little
They look
tin.
quite good.
Right across on the other side are all the Easter eggs, which
Easter
is also
eggs.
very, very Dutch. I think they do have Easter eggs abroad, but I don't know if they have all these different varieties. So we have like the
We have
solid
quite a
chocolate
few,
ones,
but,
you also have like the hazelnut creamed one, filled ones, and then we have like these are also just solid, but you have like a cappuccino version, and
Cappuccino
then
sounds good.
there's like all kinds of mixed varieties. So I have to show you this. So we have yogurt, blueberries,
malt
cinnamon.
blueberry,
This one,
red
these
chili.
are so good. Mango red chili. These are also very, very good. Highly recommend you to try some Easter eggs if you're in the area or if you're in the city around Easter. And seriously, you can just buy the Albert Heijn ones. Like I said, they have incredible good quality, and oh my gosh, what did I say about the different varieties? Holy schmeckers.
It's
So
a
look
lot
at
of
this.
eggs.
We have
Almost as many eggs as they have cheese.
like this is dark chocolate, but this is milk pecan caramel,
caramel,
white
yeah.
strawberry,
Strawberry.
white almond praline, so white almond cream. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, losing my mind over here. Something I also want to show you are some Dutch chocolate brands which you can also take with you as a souvenir. So for
Sweet
instance, Johnny
Chinese,
Doodle
wouldn't it?
is a
Johnny
Dutch brand.
Doodle.
Fracade, where is Fracade? You can also just take the Albert Heijn ones. They're also, oh my gosh, if I can recommend you one thing, this mango passion fruit chocolate, so good. There we go, Fracade, a very
Fracade.
traditional old Dutch chocolate brand. They have all these different varieties. And of course, Tony Chocolonely.
Tony
They,
Chocolonely,
have a
yeah, I've heard of
machine
that.
to
I've not
create
tasted it.
slave-free chocolate,
Love to
which
have
means
some
they
try that
give like the
that
cacao
chocolate. Be
farmers
good.
an honest price for the cacao. But the thing is, they have incredible, delicious chocolate. This one is always, well, now it's not sold out, but it's the most popular one. It's
Wow, it looks like they've got a lot more variety of items than what we have in our
dark chocolate with
supermarkets.
cranberry and a seed. This is just
Our chocolate aisle would only pretty much have Cadbury's and Dairy Lees and maybe some Lindt chocolates, but sounds like you have a lot more variety over there in the Netherlands.
milk,
It's exciting.
hazelnut. This is like the dark chocolate, coconut dark chocolate. Oh, their chocolate is
Yum.
amazing. You should definitely, like, look how cute this is. Isn't this like the perfect souvenir? You should definitely buy some Tony's chocolate. So something which is also super Dutch is ontbijtkoek. And
Breakfast
I am
cake.
personally not a big fan of it, but a lot of people like it. It's like a cake with spices, and yeah, the Dutch love to eat it as for breakfast. So just like a slice of ontbijtkoek with some butter. Oh, that's really good actually.
My mother used to make
Yeah, butter makes the
ontbijtkoek
world go round, man, but,
cakes, so it was really
yeah, you can
nice.
try
I used
this,
to
and you
eat
can also
that.
try this as a
We
snack.
didn't have it for
I
breakfast,
think next-
unsurprisingly. I used to just eat it whenever she'd make it, but it was that nice spicy cook cake is what we used to call it. But yeah, on-baked cake. It'd be quite good. Might have to get the recipe with Mum and try and bake some.
cheese. This is also one of the most Dutch things that you can eat, and that's licorice. Oh, licorice.
I love the licorice. I had the coins the other day, and I
personally
got
not the
some
biggest
cats the
fan,
other
but,
day as well.
Like, you should definitely
So
try
they're
it.
good.
So what would I recommend? Muntro. Yeah, it's quite firm, very
Looks
sweet.
like the coins.
I love it. If you're more adventurous, try the salty licorice.
I
Also,
like the
I've
double
heard
zoet.
Autodrop is super Dutch. It's actually just like wine gums or something like that, but we have, of course, like licorice flavor and all these mixed flavors with the fruit and yada yada yada.
Once a year, our Aldi supermarkets here in Australia do have a Dutch week where they buy in Dutch products and they put them in the centre aisle. And they do sell jelly type lollies like these ones, not auto drop, but they do sell the ones in the boxes with the little lids. So that's a very unusual packaging design for Australia. We don't have anything like that. Most of our lollies will come in little plastic bags that you know open up and you eat the lollies out of. But this with a flip lid that you can open and close and take a couple of lollies out. Is quite cool, and I definitely like going to the Aldi that once a year and getting the Dutch products off the shelf as well.
The Cadillacs are really good. Let me see. I think these, yes, these are very delicious. Here are two other varieties of old Dutch traditional candy. So Werther's original.
We get Werther's.
They're little candies made with butter. So delicious. And these, I love these too. They're like butter waffles, but it's firm candy, but it tastes like butter. I think butter beer, like from Harry Potter, should taste this way.
We don't have anything like that.
Next, I would say try these, like the puff pastry with cheese. Ugh, so good. Lots of varieties of the borrelnootjes. Ooh, these are also really good. Tijgernootjes. I don't know, the texture of these is a little bit different than the regular borrelnootjes. And then of course we have all the snacks with cheese. Love it. Just try one of these, they're all good. So this is the cookie section, and we also have some very old-fashioned roze koeken. So this is just a cake with
Red
pink
cake.
icing, but the flavor is, I don't know, it's very different than
Pink
what
cake.
you're used to.
Rose.
I would highly recommend it. It's really good. Oh, next to that you can find the gevulde koeken. I used to adore these, but I ate them way too much. So it's pastry filled with almond paste. Very delicious. Also next to stroopwafels, you should try speculaas, which is, well, it's a little bit, the taste is a little bit like gingerbread, but it's not gingerbread. You should try it. And now I'm going to take you to a section most foreigners usually have trouble understanding. It's the section with the sprinkles or bread. In the Netherlands, we have these sprinkles. You can see all the different varieties.
Whoa,
you have like
so many.
You have them in chocolate, and you have them like with candy. And you
If
have
we
like
can get it,
fruit
we get a little
versions and
tiny
everything,
bag
and we put them on bread.
of
When we
chocolate
eat
sprinkles,
bread
and that's
as
it.
breakfast or as lunch or as dinner.
This is a lot of
There's a
variety.
special kind of sprinkle, and that's this one. And this is the one you eat whenever a baby is born in the Netherlands. So when somebody comes over to see your baby, you either serve them the pink ones
Pink
or
ones
the
or
blue
blue
ones.
ones. Makes sense.
Well, it's kind of a toast, something like that. And you put some butter on it, and you put the sprinkles
can
on it. And whether you
love
have
some
like a
bite.
baby girl or a baby boy, you serve your guests this. And we're not finished with crazy bread toppings, because we also have coconut bread. So this is
bread.
just like a slice of coconut, I don't know, something. It's quite firm, and you put it on top of your bread like this, and you eat it. It's quite tasty. For me, the coconut flavor is a little bit overwhelming, even though I love it, but you could try it. And then we also have, this is also super, 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 super Dutch, appelstroop. So it's like syrup from apples. It's very dark, as you can see, and it's sweet, but at the same time, it's not too sweet. So, sometimes
Is it
you put
like
this
a
on
jam,
top of
or
cheese,
is it
which makes it
more
taste
like
even
a
better. So yeah, if you want to
conserve?
try also like a typical Dutch slice of bread, just put some butter on.
Or is it more like a caramelly, chewy, sort of oozy syrup? Be interested to know if it's more like the jams or a syrup.
On it, put some cheese on top of it, and then appelstroop. Really good. Oh, I also have a dessert I want to show you, which is also so traditionally Dutch, and it's vla. It's actually pudding, but it's a little bit more liquid, as you can see. See, it's super creamy, very, very delicious. You have all these different flavors. Oh, you should try.
We
this
don't have
flavor.
anything like fla here in
Fla?
Australia. We do have
Yes.
we have custard,
It's a little
but
bit of a coffee flavor. The hoopjes
Coffee.
are also traditional Dutch candy with coffee flavor. And then you have Vla with that flavor. So good. Hello, Heineken all over the place.
Tell me, is Heineken the real Dutch beer, or is it just something that they tell the foreigners is the Dutch beer? Because here in Australia, we have beers like Foster's, which we sell to the US. We don't generally like to drink it much here ourselves. So I'd be curious to know whether Heineken is the go-to beer in America, sorry, in the Netherlands, or whether there is actually better beers. Be curious to know a bit more. Maybe I'll find a video on the beers of the Netherlands as well.
The Dutch beer brand, you can get it all you want here at Albert Heijn. I don't drink beer, but for the viewers that are watching this, there you go. Beer porn. Rookworst, also something you really shouldn't miss. I don't eat meat, but hey, I know this tastes really good because I used to eat meat and it's very, very delicious. In the frozen section, there's something you absolutely have to try. Even though I don't eat meat, you need to try bitterballen. This is so good. You can also
Yum.
buy it in cafes, but if you have like a kitchen, like I said, if you're staying in an Airbnb or whatever, get the bitterballen and make them
Never
yourself.
had the
You can also get,
bitterballen.
like,
I want to
this is
have
the oven
them.
version.
I'd love to
Nice.
try
And then
those.
we have all these other Dutch
Croquettes.
fried snacks. Vlammetjes is also so good. And then we have croquetten. Croquetten, you need to try croquetten as well. If you don't try them at the Febo, just get your own. They're also so delicious. Ooh, frikandellen. They're also really, really good.
Frikandella. I've heard of that. I think it's skinless sausage. But yeah, we don't sort of have anything. Closest we have is a hot dog, but I'm probably saying it's not anything like that. It's probably more like what closest thing would be a German sausage. But yeah, sounds interesting.
Praising all this meat, even though I'm vegetarian, but I used to eat all this when I wasn't a vegetarian, and I can highly recommend it. Ah, look at this cute souvenir version.
Oh, cool.
We already saw some of these, but not everything. So the speculaas, like the ginger
in a
cookies,
tin.
you can also get them in a souvenir version. And then we have lots of chocolate and windmills and stuff like that. And that's it. Those are all the Dutch foods you need to buy at Albert Heijn near Dam Square to be like on point with.
All right, so looks like a really cool supermarket with lots of cool things. Very, very different to some of the things we have in our supermarkets. We definitely don't have as much cheese, definitely don't have as many sprinkles, and some of the chocolate varieties sound and look very interesting. And of course, bitterballen, croquettes, and those sort of things. I'd love to have a try of those sorts of things. And there's some very unique brands. So if you, uh, I'm really hungry. I'm gonna go and have a snack now. But look, if you like this sort of video, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and provide some feedback about maybe all of the things that you've seen through the video. What did you like? What didn't you like? What would you recommend trying from a Albert Heijn supermarket? And also, if there's other beers that are sold in the Netherlands that are different to the Heineken, please do leave me a comment. I'll read all of the comments and respond to as many as I can. So until next time, tot ziens, everyone.